Hi everybody, Broken Ebs here. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. So I've picked a load up. We've got a load going to Radeon, I think. Where on earth is Radeon? I've no idea. We have got the coast to coast map mod installed, but only the coast to coast. Oh, it's there. So it's only a short trip. I just want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. I'm absolutely loving the Linux Mint. I'm absolutely loving the gaming, and I'm absolutely loving making videos. So I hope you guys and girls enjoy it. So this is the second truck that I've added to the garage. We've now got two trucks. We've got our original SCS Peterbilt 389 in our beautiful Linux Mint livery, and I've added the Kenworth K100E cab over for a specific reason, because I wanted to give it a screaming Detroit diesel engine, which I've done. I've used the Slav Jerry one, which is very nice. We've also got the Dodge Challenger in the garage as well, again in our mint green livery. So that's our garage full. We'll leave that alone. You know, we've got a choice of two trucks, all quick jobs that we can take. And we need to focus on actually doing some map completion. So hopefully that's what we're going to be doing over the coming videos. So I can't believe that Detroit diesel engines were a thing, because they must have drove the drivers to insanity. Man, do they make a bloody row. Now this is the Slav Jerry version of it. I've got quite a few of Slav Jerry's engines installed, whereas on Euro Truck I tend to go with Creech Bums sounds. On American Truck, definitely a bit of the Slav Jerry. So this is our little Kenworth K100 with a Detroit diesel engine in it. And it's such a nice departure from the Cummins and the Cats and the Packards and everything else. And it's kind of a bit of a nostalgia for older drivers, I guess, who used to drive cabovers with a Detroit diesel in it. Cripes, that's a row. I don't know how accurate these sounds are, but I'm guessing they're pretty good. Other than that, I've not really made any changes to the profile. Again, I'm trying my best to leave the profiles alone, and not add mods and take mods away and faff around. Really just enjoy the driving. I am using SIP's traffic mod, the latest 150 version, which is available I think on the Steam Workshop. I wish it'd bring back trains everywhere for 150, because that's such fun. Suddenly being rammed right up the jacksie by an interstate train. And don't forget, the main reason we play these games is for fun. It's, you know, not everybody's an immersion nut. I hope the audio's not too loud for you. I hope you can hear me talking over the top of it. So it is middle of the night, hence why there's not a lot of traffic about. I do like SIP's traffic mod very much. I think it's a nice balance, and it does get busier at certain times of the day traffic wise. I know you guys and girls prefer narration to nothing, so I will try and do as much narrated videos as I possibly can. get it up to 50. You should cruise at 50. This little Detroit diesel, I'm guessing that shouldn't be a big issue for him. There it is, our K100 with the Detroit diesel in. Beautiful. Help if you press the right button, Eebs. You crab. Just saying. So the YouTube's pretty much set between the farming, the trucking and War Thunder. I guess the only thing I need to do on the trucking is reactivate fatigue. I'm not sure that that's an enjoyable integral part of the game. I know it's an integral part of real life trucking. You know, you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to shit. But I'm more about actually enjoying the game rather than full immersion. And that's something I've learned very much with the farming simulators, with the newer iterations of it. More realistic doesn't necessarily equate to more fun, just saying. So that's why I've got it deactivated at the minute. God, these high beams are shite, just saying. In terms of graphics mods, I am using the Grimes graphics mods. I've decided to settle on those. With the older iterations of the game, I tend to go with the JBX ones that are available on the internet for free. But Grimes is, bless him, he's updating all of his from 149 to 150. So I'm going to start and bring them down for both games. And as we are approaching summer, I've got the summer one in. Really? The most pointless fucking exercise in the game. Way stations. I think until they start and introduce fines and stuff, it will just remain pointless. But anyway. Just me musing, of course. Stop at the scales and get another pointless rating and readout. Would be nice if it added it to your tachograph, or, you know, if there was a reason for it, if there was a risk of you being overweight. Maybe if your vehicle got inspected, you know, for its roadworthiness, I don't know. But what I do know is at the minute it's just a pointless bloody nuisance. Maybe it's like that in real life. Maybe a lot of the really, maybe a lot of the real truckies will tell you it's a pointless nuisance. But I get why they're there in real life, and that is to maintain a standard, to encourage the truck drivers to be responsible for the loads they're hauling. I get it, but in game I don't really see the benefit of it, other than it being an absolute pain in the gudgeons, with no real point. Sorry, this is a night drive, you can't see a fucking sight, can you? But nevertheless, we have got a lot of map completion to do. We're currently on 0.93% of the map completed. We are, I think, firmly on the coast to coast map. I don't think this is SCS. I think XCS stops Texas. So we should firmly be on the coast to coast map. And I do like this map. It's been around for an awful long while and it's quite mature. And as I say, the coast to coast team do seem to update the map very quickly, which is reassuring. So when the game updates to a new version, the map team usually bring a new version out quite quickly. So it's not so much of a pain in the gut as what some of the other maps are. See, Pro mods are in the shit on Euro Truck. They are having to do a major overhaul of Pro mods to make it 150 compatible. Well, I guess that's always the danger when you're a standalone third-party mod manufacturer. You never know. Oh, Vicksburg. You never know what SCS are gonna do in their game or change in their game at will. And I'm sure they change stuff for a very good reason. But for modders, it must be the worst nightmare. Because you're forever having to check the compatibility of your mods. You know, do they still work with everything? Blah blah blah. So, from a modder's point of view, yeah, I would imagine it's a bit of a pain in the kahunas. From a player's point of view, it's even more of a pain if you use map mods. So that's why I've tended to only go with coast to coast, A, because it completely flushes the map out, and B, they do update it on a very, very regular basis, which is great. Great news for me as a player. Now, as I've already said in all my other videos, I'm absolutely loving the farming, loving the trucking, just can't get enough of it. And I am also starting to get back into War Thunder. My goal on War Thunder really is to get the MiG-21. I would dearly love that aircraft, but it's a jet aircraft and it's well down the tree. So probably going to take me about 2 years, as I am a cheap bastard in that I'm a free-to-play player. I'm not paying for a premium account, and I'm not going to buy golden eagles so I can scoot through the tree with real money. I'm going to earn it. It's going to take a fucking long while, and will it be worth it? Oh, probably not. But the MiG-21 is definitely an aircraft that I fancy the pants off with, along with the Panzer Tornado. We don't have to grind Russian. We could go down the German tech tree. There's a MiG-21 available in the German tech tree as well. But anyway, we'll see. It takes as long as it takes. There's no rush. And if I drop dead before I do it, well, hey ho. It's what it is, isn't it? I don't know how much real life I've got left. I could have a day, I could have 30 years. Who knows? Fuck knows. Don't call me fuck knows. I'm going to get the wrong key here and fuck it up. No, I'm not. I got the right key. This is Overfloater's K100E. It's readily available off the Steam Workshop. That's why I went for it, because a lot of the mod trucks tend to absolutely wreck your frame rates and wreck your game. And being as we've got around 24 mods, I think, installed, I've had to do a lot of playing and a lot of testing to make sure they all play nice together. And you know, just one small insignificant mod can absolutely wreck your gaming experience if you're not careful. So yeah, been having a lot of fun playing American truck, playing Euro trucks, and just enjoying the farming and the War Thunder. And as I say, with the War Thunder, I mainly enjoy the aircraft, but I do also really enjoy the tanks. And I've just started to try and get into the ship side of things as well. So plenty of content to come up on the YouTube for you all. The ones of you that enjoy it, that is. I know it's not for everybody. I'm guessing an awful lot of the people are more interested in the Linux content than the gaming, and that's fine. I shall continue to do Linux content. I've just got to make my mind up what content I want to do. I see Microsoft are up to the shenanigans this week, which is hilarious. I mean, I've been saying this for I don't know how long, and everybody's like, oh, shut up, Eebs. Arsehole, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, not so much of an arsehole now, am I? Linux take-up is going through the roof, and quite rightly so. And I think Microsoft are one of the best ambassadors for making people dump Windows and come over to Linux. Long may it continue. I didn't see that truck at the side of me. I nearly pulled over. It was nearly a disaster. Come on, get out of the way, arsehole. Shift your lumbar. Eebs is coming over in his little Detroit diesel powered cab over. I did, before I went to Overfloat's K100, I did try Harvan's FLB because I really fancied that, but although it looks like it's been updated, it says it's compatible with 150. You don't get the red light on it. It absolutely wrecks the frame rate. It's terrible. Jerky all over the place, so I'm guessing it needs updating properly. Because it may well have been updated. But it's certainly not a very good job. Didn't want that key, I wanted that key. Although the high beams are not that much better, are they, to be honest? Loving this little Detroit diesel engine, and it harks back to a time when trucking, I'm guessing, was a lot simpler than it is in modern day. Oh, Radeon discovered. Really? Are we here already? That's how you know you love a game, when the trips are not long enough. Bit heavy there on the breakage, but nevertheless. So here we are at Radeon. Again, I'm trying to keep the cabs as clean and mod free as possible. A, to save processor cycles, and B, to try and preserve frame rates. You should see top left corner, we're pretty much rock solid locked at 60 frames a second. So I'm very, very pleased with the RX 580. It's doing a wonderful job, having always been an nVidia boy. I find that the RX 580 for what I want is the perfect card. Of course, I've still got the GDX 1050 Ti in the MX Linux box, and that's beautiful. What a card that's been. But I've got no regrets switching over to AMD at all, and it seems to be a much better fit if you're going to run Linux. nVidia is fine on Linux, but AMD just seems to be a little bit more compatible. I guess all I need to do now is get the I don't really know even if I need the Adrenaline software. So far I've been gaming away with just the inbuilt kernel drivers for AMD, and it's been quite delightful, I have to say. I've not had any issues whatsoever. God, I sound like an arch fanboy now, don't I? Everything's running so well. It's a great choice for anybody that wants to come off of Windows and get into Linux. Grab yourself MX or Linux Mint. You can't go wrong. So here we are at said destination with this huge reefer on the back. I don't know, it's not a huge one, is it? It's not a 53 foot, it's probably a 45 foot trailer in our beautiful little Kenworth K100 by overfloater. What a beautiful free truck this is, by the way. Absolutely freaking gorgeous. Oh, that's not going to cut it, is it, Eames? I can't believe that trucks actually sounded like this in real life. Before you all start posting, I know they did. But I still can't believe that there weren't more drivers with insanity issues. Just saying. Because it would literally do your head in. I don't know where I'm going. Completely lost the plot. Pretty much need to do now is push it right back straight and it should give us it. Should. There we go. Far from perfect, but I'll take it every day of the week, and we'll also take the dollar. Love a bit of dollar. I hear you holler. So, and we got a bit of XP for it. We're currently level 8. Nice. So let's save that away so we've got a credible load, just in case anything happens in the next half an hour, which is possible. And let's go and see what loads we've got out of here. Looks like there's a tank. So we've got a Kenneth and a Peter built in the truck, in the garage, one of each. What have we got? We have indeed got some military vehicle. It's a Paladin. Oh, going home. Right the way back to Albuquerque, which is where we're from. What else have we got? Going to Houston, Texas. Or Brownsville in Texas. Oh, right down the bottom. So that's going to Houston. That's going to Brownsville. It's worth a lot of money. I'm going to take that. I'd like to take the military vehicle, but I sure as hell don't want to go all the way back. I kind of wanted to go over that side of the coast, but anyway, it's what it is. So let's go ahead and take that job and hook it up, and we'll be just about ready for the next episode. We'll stay with the little K100 for now. I have given it the 100-year anniversary livery, but I've changed it to mint green rather than jet black. And I think it looks okay. Why did I press that? I wanted T, not R. Cheb. What a chab I can be, I tell you. So there you are. We're all loaded up and ready for our next job, our next video in the beautiful overflow to K100. and it's getting light, so hopefully it's a 15-hour drive. In the next video we'll be driving in the light and we'll be enjoying the pants out of this little K100. As you see, I've kept it nice and clean, simple, because all this crap that you add in does have a serious impact on the game if you're not careful. Don't forget, a lot of the content's not meant to be there in the first place, so anything you can do to minimise that is worthwhile when you're doing it. So there you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, thumb the videos up or down. I will see you for another wicked Broken Ebs video.